Hi, Dan from Eflowtion here, and welcome to an EFT Tapping on seeing the light in people. Now, with empathic people or even hopeful people, we may say the statements of, I can see the light in you, or there is good in you, there is light in you. And I think it comes from a good place, seeing good in people or seeing the light in people. I think with whether it's empathetic people or people wanting to foster that light or grow that light within another person, it sort of comes down to whether the other person is open to receiving or looking at the light within. Now, sometimes when we see the good in other people, the other people, if they are from a very traumatic background, and once again, I'm not a trauma specialist, or just from a very rough background, they might not want to see the good or even recognize the good in people. And sometimes that light that we see within people, that the people that we're wanting to show that light to, can be the equivalent of kind of like a sunlight to a vampire sort of thing. It's quite deadly and quite scary for them, which means that whether it's the empathic person or just people around tend to get hurt in that denial or not wanting to see the goodness within. And it is a sad reality, but it's also anything. It's kind of like a wild animal that's been scared. It'll just charge and barge anything that's in its way, and that can come in many different forms, whether it's emotional abuse, physical abuse, to people wanting to help, to people wanting to foster that goodness within. Because once again, if we're seeing a glimmer of light within a person, that means there's probably a lot of shadow that's around that light. So it's not something that we can just simply switch on. And with every form of care, say with first aid, they have the can you hear me, open your eyes, what's your name, all these sort of steps. But it's also getting the consent first of whether the person wants help, because there's sometimes examples where they don't, and you sort of need either professional care or just it's a case of the person just doesn't want to receive any help, which is a sad reality. So with that out the way, let's do an EFT tapping on seeing the light in other people and exploring that through EFT tapping. So taking full responsibility for your own well-being, let's begin to tap. We're just following along. Even though I see the light in other people, and I see a lot of goodness in other people, and I really want to help, but I get hurt in the process, I still love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though I can see that glimmer of light, and I really want to help that person see that light within, but I just get hurt in the process, I still love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though there's so much goodness within the person, and I really want to foster that goodness, and I really want to cultivate that goodness, I really want to grow that goodness from within, but I seem to get burnt in the process. I still love, forgive, and accept myself. This light within, I can see the light within someone. I can really see that goodness. And I really want to help. I want to do my best so they can be their best. And everyone can be feeling their best. But every time I show them the light, that light within, I get pushed away. I get pushed down. I get hurt. I get called names. Or people get turned against me. All because I wanted to show that goodness from within. That light within. Why can't they just see the light within? And I have to ask myself, why am I trying to show them? What would benefit me by showing them this light? What do I get out of it? Will I get the love and acceptance that I deserve? Will I get the care that I deserve? Will I get the person that I perceive as there? Or am I just seeing what I want to see? What I really need to see? What I really hope to see in this person? And it might be a case where it's really scary for that person to see that. To see all that goodness within. To see all that light within. Because all they've known is scariness. All they've known is pain. And they've really had to stuff that down. They've really had to suppress that. So all there is a glimmer of light within. And even though I can see it, all the darkness surrounding that light might be a lot of shame, might be a lot of blame, a lot of hurt and anger, and a lot of just feeling scared. So to access that light that I'm perceiving that I see within them, I'm really asking them to go for a lot of scariness. And I have to ask myself, do I have the strength to go through that with them? I have to also ask myself, is what I'm perceiving actual reality? Or just what I need within myself? What I'm lacking within myself? What I'm hoping they will fill? And sometimes I have to look at my own darkness so I can grow my own light stronger. Like putting on an oxygen mask on a plane. I have to take care of my own needs first, before taking care of the needs of others. And when it comes time to taking care of the needs for others, they'll only accept the oxygen mask, or they'll only accept the help if they themselves are ready. Because I can't force help upon them. I can't force help upon them. because there's probably been a lot of control taken away from them for that glimmer of light to exist. So it comes down to their choice, whether they truly want to grow that light within, to truly grow that goodness within, or to do what they know already. And there might come an honest time where it's the right tool for the job. And I might be the wrong tool for the job, to help fix them get better. So sometimes the most loving thing to do for myself and for this other person is to step aside, take care of my own needs, and whether it's in time or the timely person comes along, they can step in and provide the appropriate help so they can see that light within, and they can see that goodness within, in body, mind, and spirit. Taking a deep breath in and out. So, sometimes with seeing the light within people, it's a very, it's quite a good skill to have. And it's also making sure that we're not seeing what we want to see or hoping that fills our own needs, and whether that person is also open to seeing that light within, because once again, it can be like sunlight to a vampire sort of thing. It can be quite scary, quite damaging to face that light within, because it's probably encased in shadow, and once again, it got to be a glimmer for a reason. So whether it's yourself, and if the person is open to receiving help, once again, probably that openness, like there will be a shutdown in that sort of thing, because it's not easy to actually go into those shadowy parts. And shadowy not being evil, I'm just sort of meaning those negative experiences that lie within us. But the more you let go of that, that's when the light can grow, but only if the person is open and receiving of that help. It's trying to take the wheel, basically trying to take the driving wheel of someone else's car sort of thing, and trying to get them to drive in a better direction. It's just going to be a struggle. So so I'm down from Eflowtion, and once again, there's going to be a bit of a structure change coming up for Eflowtion, so stay tuned for that. But have a good positive day and foster the own light within ourselves, because the light within, the peace within, that if we take care of our own light within, then that's going to have an on-flow effect, because everything's connected. So I'm down from Eflowtion, and I'll see you in the next one.